standard team fighting 5-on-5, more so probably though for anyone's legend, because this dive bomb identity is so cohesively strong, whereas IG, that is crazy. Even with the fact that Shanks doesn't have nearly as much mana to combat in a 2v2, Rookie just cannot help him out, as Hope is forced to burn his flash from Mako as he went down for the crash down. Kyle looking for the dredge line, forces Mako's own flash, but the stun puts Kyle in a weird spot, and this could be first blood going over the hands of Gala's Yunara, as Hope is able to exchange one back onto Mako. We're about a couple minutes away from Grub spawning. Both of the bot lanes have already taken to the top side of the map. Doesn't seem like either Wei or Tarzan are going to try and invest any time into looking for an early dragon. Another bot lane 2v2 all in. Mako burning down to the ignite.
Gala?
But Gala trying to ramp up onto Kyle. That is the Yunara damage just stacking up. Hope trying to look for the 1v2, but the barrier comes in clutch for Gala. That's the feats of warfare secured for IG, and Gala and Mako are running this bot lane.
I think a lot of people might say, why didn't Hope use the barrier there? But versus a Rel, she has the shield break on her Q. Shanks coming on through. This should be a free kill. All right, he gets the shutdown onto Gala, at least makes up for some of that play.
If the Shy wants to contest, he will have to burn teleport.
The Shy does have the ultimate, so if he gets into mid lane, he can impact this fight right now. Remember, no Weaver's Wall available for Shanks.
Flandra stepping up, just making sure that Wei cannot get into the river, but he's now
too
taking
much
a lot
damage.
of damage. The Shy now getting in range, and they're not able to get more grubs. Good shockwave flash from Rookie, secures the kill onto Flandra. He'll step up in the undead passive, but IG will now get a chance to secure the remaining 2 grubs.
One of the things you have to learn, Mako's going for more!
Mako sends it over the wall with the Magnet Storm. Wei comes in with the Grand Starfall, finds another one onto Hope's head, and Kyle will fall next. It's absolute disaster for anyone's legend on their way away from the Grub fight. Tarzan should survive here, but IG being able to find a huge early game win.
They get 3 grubs. Gala gets to take this mid wave, and he gets more and more fed. That shockwave from Rookie was impressive. And this all starts. Tarzan gets caught by himself. Oh no, can he find Rookie?
He's sending it for Rookie. Okay, Cyclone will at least kill him, right? He flashes over Gala's W slow, but now Tarzan has got nowhere else to go. Was
what
it
are we
really
doing?
worth it just to send it? I feel like that was overambitious. And one of the cool things that, as we go back to live, that gave IG the advantage for that dragon there.
We talked about Shanks about halfway through his Seraph's Embrace here. This could be a spot where they make the find. Kyle and Hope are on the way.
Ooh, they baited Rookie and Mako in. Being able to pin them in that tri-bush, well played. And the rest of anyone's legend have just surged on over to the top side. Flandra even TPing to make sure that that play goes well for them.
Our 2 mid laners with the tier items, they will unlock in the middle of this fight. Shanks already level 11. Rookie does not have that second point in his ultimate. And that'll mean that our mid laners are going to be very, very tanky to deal with.
I mean, Wei secures the Rift Herald. Shanks just TPs for a reposition. Here comes Flandra on the choo-choo train. The Unstoppable Onslaught does not connect. And now the Shy flashing forward. Kello, the Forge God, onto multiple members. He's stalling the backline while the rest of IG reposition here. But anyone's legend still have enough gas in the tank. You saw Hope fly right on in, assassinate Gala, and Hope still survives as he flashes backwards. Wei went for the big play, but doesn't find revenge for his fallen ADC, and the rest of anyone's legend cleaning up this fight. It's a 5-0 ace for anyone's legend.
You called out Hope. I'm calling out Shanks, man. This guy put work onto the back line.
And overall decisiveness starting to show its veterancy, and the reason why they were able to walk away with the Split 2 title.
For IG, that'll have already completed their feats of strength because of the fact that they got the first dragon. They even got the Herald there, so they had already gotten the kills, so don't care about first turret. Who needs that? We're going to be moving on to Flandra. No flash, does have his ultimate. Can Mako block? That's a yes.
Unstoppable Onslaught is blocked by Mako, as you called it. The good stun from Wei locks Flandra down even further. And they'll try to
looking for Rookie right now, mid.
Kill over to Gala. It is given. Big shutdown, but Rookie is called out. And a flash was used by the Orianna to no avail. The Orianna still falls. And anyone's legend are in position to not only take out the mid-tier 1, but also the dragon on the back half.
This is the game 1 we have seen from AL all season. They have won all of their game 1s going into the split right now. It's so impressive to see, but the problem that comes and bites AL in the back later on, it's them being able to close out series. Game 3s have been a little bit of a trouble for this team. As we take a look, Shanks is going to use his Weaver's Wall to get back in. Can he survive? He still has Flash.
Ooh, good Flash, just barely avoiding the Q stun from Mako. You saw that Shanks was trying to use the Weaver's Wall to hopefully not only get to the turret in time, but also stop the Rift Herald from making the charge. It still gets the damage down, but the tier 2 turret still remains standing. For AL, this composition is very holistic and cohesive with each other in one single direction, and that is forward. So many champions can enable Hope to easily Killer Instinct to a... Mako puts a ward down in the tri-bush just to see if there's going to be a Weaver's Wall angle. Shanks throws it out at 5,000 HP. The Shy is able to break a hole in the wall, and so...
Way's not here,
does
though.
Come down, but Flandra, he interrupts Way's Grand Starfall. He's not going to get a chance to get into the pit. It's secured by Tarzan, and Flandra has done his job of keeping Way and Rookie at bay on the left side flank, but now Anyone's Legend have to turn around and turn this fight around, or Anyone's Legend are going to have to be retreating because their tank is just about to die.
They're
Tarzan
looking for it.
Anyone's Legend got to bail. They just lost their 2 frontline members, both Tarzan and Flandra biting the dust.
Oh, look at Rookie, look at Rookie.
Using the stasis at the perfect moment, avoiding the seismic shove. Shockwave connects right onto Kyle, and Shanks and Hope is the last member standing. Killer Instinct.
Oh!
A kill for Gala. Penta for Gala.
And it's on the new Yunara. Pentakill coming in for Gala. Stone-faced as ever. IG are going to look to make good off of that play. They lost the Otacon, so a lot of gold and experience going over to AL, but they could not fight back on the end of that trade. A turret goes down for IG, and another one expected here in bottom lane.
Quite honest, it was really Anyone's Legend just kind of spoon-feeding themselves into IG's mouths one after another. The indecisiveness now might plague Flandra as he's caught out on the side lane, has no flash, and yeah, this is another easy pick for IG to make.
This is what we've seen consistently from them, trying to make picks on the side lanes to open up the other side of the map. Gala's going to take this wave immediately, Way and make experience right now. Yeah. That is a massive win for IG in keeping them in this game. They're just going to trade the Dragon. They know this does not matter. Let's take turrets. Let's get Gala into an amazing spot, way further ahead than this Kaisa, and absolutely leave no avenue for AL to maybe even wiggle back into this game.
And they spotted Tarzan looking for a flank around in the red quadrant jungle, and Rookie, when hunting, is able to at least scout out Tarzan, and now this monkey is all by himself. Tries to throw out the Cyclone. Hope is going to send the dive bomb right after Gala, but the Shockwave will burst Hope out of the game and put in the death realm for 40 more seconds, as the rest of this fight should surely go IG's way. There's no real damage left. Shanks is deleted, and the rest of Anyone's Legend is just falling and completely collapsing.
That's the Dragon, and that'll probably be the Baron as well. Gala does way too much damage. 12 and 2, almost 4 items. He's going to have a GA on 4. An impressive game for IG, and one that, honestly, Rafa, I think comes from a team that he was kind of one of the dead weights, if we're being honest.
Yeah, Gala aligned with, hang on, Tarzan might be in trouble here.
Oh, man. Just get the Baron, bro.
What is going on?
I don't know. AL look tired. They look confused. And we've been giving them so much credit. They'll make it to playoffs. They'll look good later on. They just have played a lot of games between Split 2 and MSI and coming back home to the LPL. But at this point, they might have to make a play-in series.
Okay, well, Kyle does have Smite. It's a 600 Smite versus a 1200 from Way, and he's Pantheon, so he should have an easier time to secure this, but there's a lot of damage coming out from Flandra.
He's out of range.
Hope and Shanks Shockwave, he's in range! Shanks! It was 6 HP! And he gets the last hit on the Baron! And all AL have to do is just retreat, but Hope wants to continue fighting with Killer Instinct, finds the kill on Mako, but now Hope has nowhere else to go. He's forced to flash over the wall, but Rookie will look to follow, but the Blast Cone! Being able to barely recall. This game has been definitely a game of all time in LPL, and it's one of those bangers. Yeah. As Way sends it with a Grand Starfall, instantly gets cycloned and knocked up. Way might be in trouble. The seismic shove, turret falls, Way falls. Anyone's Legend now find themselves 5-4 on the map.
Okay.
IG say, screw the Dragon. We're going to try and use this wave pressure and just push all the way into your base.
Okay, here we go. IG have a little bit more. Those 2 grubs putting in overtime. Another situation where I think IG are playing this part of the map fine. They recognize that there's no point of a soul. There's no threat of that potentially happening for at least the next 10 minutes. So let's take more structures that'll open up the inhibitor. There's a Baron spawning in a minute and a half. IG can litter this dragon, or litter this side of the jungle with
1,000 HP. Tarzan walks up, still could be in range. IG have to decide. Ooh, the flash from Kyle does not land the dredge line on the Gala. He just sidesteps it. 4,000 HP now on the Baron. Call the Forge God coming out from the side.
Mako's behind.
For the left side, Mako with a beautiful flank. Tarzan has ascended onto the back line. Break up the fight. Hope sends him for the killer instinct, but Rookie saw some time with the stasis. Wei tries to single out Tarzan. Rookie forced to flash. He still falls anyway, but Hope is now compromised. He's under fire.
Look at Gala.
Gala. It's a triple kill for Hope, but now the Yunara gets to thrive and survive through it all. Anyone's legend. All depending on Shanks and Flandre to carry out this fight, but the Shy on this
one
horn
more.
is about to ram his head straight through Shanks' face. And Flandre falls next. IG prevail with another ace.
I don't think IG can end the game on this push. It's 30 seconds before the next member. They have 2 grubs and a minion wave. Inhibitor will not respawn for another 2 minutes. I think this is dangerous. Gala has, he has the Guardian Angel. Are they going to go for it?
13 seconds on Kyle. 14 seconds on Hope. It might be enough time. Gala has a GA.
Oh,
They're
no.
putting their hope into it. I think it's going to be enough, Dimitri. It's 6 seconds on Hope, but it's not going to be enough time. Gala and the Shy should be able to close out game 1 for IG, and anyone's legend will fall.
Too much say as to when AL actually start the fights, but he can stop members like Skarner or Mbessa from easily getting onto his backline.
And Flandre's already lost almost 50% of his HP. There's no flash, but it doesn't look like that Flandre, hang on, Wei is going to enact it. Goes, takes the turret aggro, goes for the EQ under the tower. The flash, but the Shy will take the last turret shot. And First Blood does go over to IG, and Flandre loses out on this minion wave, but he will get a kill back in return. Or a dive to extend the advantage, or even enough for Tarzan to feel comfortable about looking for the first dragon of the game. And as you called it, here we go. Another dive being set up by Wei and the Shy.
Oh, ultimate available here for the Shy. Shanks trying to do something in mid, but that's all Flandre now.
Equalizer completely goes wide, but forces Flandre to go into both the Shy and Wei.
And then he backed off for some reason, maybe sensing that Wei was in the area, and that was right before the second dive onto Rumble.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Tarzan, the jungle senses were off. That anyone's legend will get all 3 grubs for themselves here, but Flandre's already losing 50% of his HP. He just TP'd back. Oh my goodness, this is devastating. And Rookie, Wei went all the way towards the top side to look for the collapse flash.
They got him.
Flat onto Tarzan, and IG are just winning on both sides of the map.
That's why they didn't want to go for the dive.
Mid-game stride, where they are some of the strongest champions in the game at this current point in time. Tarzan's going to be looking for a flank onto Rookie through the wall with the Ishtal's impact. Public execution from Flandre should set it up. Rookie still has a flash. Can he get away? Good Tibber stun, but the flash from Tarzan should commit forward, trying to exact all the damage from his burst spells before using the Impale at the very last possible second to a river and contesting them.
They need to wait for some of their abilities here. Rookie's about to get the summon Tibbers, and Flandre has teleport ready, but he does not have the public execution. He looks like he is going for that turret. AL, they group around the bottom side of the map. Looks like they're not going to end up contesting, and that's 2 plates going over to Flandre. So
it's not detrimental, but it does become tougher to play into the champions that anyone's legend will be boasting. But if they can accelerate the pace of the game, then it could just be curtains and an early 2-0 series for IG here as Tarzan leading the charge, looking for the Impale, but Mako stuns him up, and the Impale goes wide. Now Tarzan is caught overextended. The Shy with a beautiful equalizer will catch them all on top. Gets equalized here by Flandre as well as Shanks. Now they're just trying to fight this one out. Kyle flashing over the other side of the wall. Hope is pushing Rookie and Wei out by himself. Flandre on the chase, finding Gala, and anyone's legend still finding ways to win some of these team fights despite the early deficit.
Great team fighting there from them. It was a solid choke point, even if Tarzan misses. Red buff here to regen all of his HP that was done to him. You can see right now they're looking for this engage. Can they get Mako potentially?
He headbutts him back into the team, but the Impale now lands. A lot of circles happening. Massive damage from IG as they're trying to burst through the front line, but now IG are on the retreat. The Chai has teleported in and deals with Flandra and the Equalizer, cutting Shanks off of the rest of his team. Good flash by Tarzan, dodging the EQ flag from Wei. Hope trying to run for his life as well as he dashes over the wall, picks up some health with the honey fruit, but anyone's legend only finding Rookie in the crossfire, but still losing overall ground for the Rift Herald.
I thought with how many abilities they threw into that corridor, someone else was going to die, and it's only Flandra. IG, they grab themselves the Herald, feats of strength 2 games in a row. Where Rookie is going to show himself is very pivotal to whether or not IG are going to find a victory. That's the crash in mid. Come on, Senna, walk up. Come on. Atta girl. There you go.
With that, IG are able to secure.
I'm going to be honest, this actually is an advantage towards AL because all this time, IG is just dropping side lanes.
Oh, Mako tried to go in for the headbutt pulverize, but he was interrupted by the Ishtal impact, so now he has to retreat. Public execution eliminates Rookie from the map. Tarzan now continuing the chase. Good Impale on the way. IG lose out in their mid lane and their jungle. Now the Shy tries to step up forward, but he gets eliminated right as fast. IG just lost 3 members for practically nothing on the side of anyone's legend.
Why are we engaging on Braum? This is incredibly confusing as AL not only find the fight that brings them back into this game, but then the objective on top as a cherry. This is all of our spells going into a Braum when there is still an Mbessa on the side of a fight. Okay. All right. I'll allow it. It's gonna be a turret here for AL, and I wonder, you have Aurora, 2-item Lucian? You see the pings coming out. Shanks can teleport back in. This could turn into an Otacon.
Did they get in? I don't think they're getting in.
Oh, that might just be gone. Wei, can you make the steal, buddy?
Oh, but nope. He EQs away. Yep, Otacon is secured for anyone's legend. And IG now trying to see if they can look for any stragglers. Good flash timber stun on the Shanks, but he uses the Between Worlds beautifully to escape danger. IG don't get anything. Just might be enough here for anyone's legend to continue controlling this game. And just look how the way they are positioned around the map. Hope is able to get this standing turret all by himself. IG are trying to send 3 members to control the mid wave so that they can find a way to brute force their way into the Baron. Because that becomes the trade now. Anyone's legend, are they going to be...
I do not care. It's a free win here for AL.
Yeah, this is really nice, and something I didn't even mention before, or I didn't see.
Well, and if honestly nothing happens for the next minute and a half, Rafa, I have to imagine Dragon is where we're going to see the next real fight.
Ah, Kyle caught basing in the face of IG. Now it's a 5-on-4 for the Invictus Gaming members, but Rookie caught out with the public execution. Flandra equalizes the numbers advantage. Massive Impale from Tarzan as he secures 2. Wei sends it on to Hope, but as we called before, he could just easily dash out of the Cataclysm, and Flandra is still wrecking havoc into the backline. He goes way too deep into the turret, gives a freebie over to Gala and Mako, but Wei is in trouble. Shanks trying to see if he can close the distance onto the jungle of IG. Will not be able to find the Jarvan. Miraculously find more miracle picks like that. And the fact that they are sneaking this dragon without anyone's legend really starting the Baron, trying to see if they can at least catch a straggler from IG and make the Baron even more guaranteed, just ensures that IG are just going to get this dragon for free. And now they find themselves at soul point.
They're going to see all of these pings going on to the Baron. Right now, it's going to be started. Shanks is the one that is going to push Wei out of the jungle here. Teleport from Flandra. He is in the pit now. Mako can try to help. Wei needs to find a steal, and IG need to get back into this game.
Mako trying to give him vision of the pit. There's a control ward in there. 2,000 HP. Wei goes in. Mako is the one that steals it for IG. He's back, baby. And Invictus Gaming will find the first kill of the fight. Wei falls next, but the Equalizer splitting up the fight and preventing Hope from getting meaningful damage. He has to open up with the culling. Goes in, picks up another 2, but the Shy has done great work, and Rookie steps up, forcing Hope away from the river. IG come up big with movie magic. It is cinema.
Hitchcock, Tarantino, and hell, let's just put Danny in there at the same time. IG, do it again. They get movie magic around the Baron. They're going to catch Hope at the very end of this. And that is an ace for 2 members, and Invictus with the Baron now control the map for the next 2 minutes.
I'm holding my hands up. We might come back. Given the state that anyone's legend had taken the Otacon again, and we're ahead of gold, and it takes 2 fights for IG to find
Gala, no!
Gala, oh no! Gala gets picked off! This could be big for anyone's legend. The Shy has got no members around him, and just like that, the movie magic is starting to crash and burn. IG are gonna have to scramble. Only
mid,
person
guys.
that doesn't have the Baron recall, so he doesn't have the same luxury. Kyle popping the ghost off the unsealed spellbook just to lock him down, and this could just be a GA being expended out of Waze Jarvis. Oh! Saves his jungler with a well-timed headbutt.
There's no wards here. This is dangerous for IG, and Rookie is not really in a position to fight right now. There's the public execution. Flandra, no!
Maybe early on to the Shy. He just flashes away. Between worlds from Shanks. Tries to catch out another member. Rookie is caught in the impale. They should be able to blink out the Annie super quickly as Shanks finds it, and Gala is under fire next. IG are compromised with their
Gala!
Flandra is taken out on the other side, but Gala is still able to find decent damage. Shanks will not fall, and Mako's flawless death record will be tainted as he tries to give his life to save his AD carry. And just like that, IG, their moment has come to an end, and anyone's legend are starting to push into the base for a potential Game 2 victory.
Are they going to be able to do it? They have a lot of HP bars. They're trying to save the minion wave. It is only the Shy. Equalizer will be up in 20 seconds. Just like Mako, they've got 2 Grubs, and this might be the only chance AL can fight back and win this game.
13 seconds on Rookie, 13 on Mako.
Equalizer.
Anyone's legend are going to send it. The Shy will try to kill the minion wave and give as much time as possible, and it should be enough here. Anyone's legend will not dare to push their luck, are not healthy enough to contest. This should be Cloud Soul going over to IG.
They're going to try and chase them out. Mako, you have to be so careful. He has Flash. He uses his ultimate now. IG is going to start to chase. It's a teleport from Shanks.
They said, screw the dragon. They want to kill the low health bar members of Tarzan. Impale comes out. He gets killed off anyway. Gala threatening them as Shanks forced to use it between the worlds and try to zone off this AD carry. Gala getting protected.
He's alive.
Good stun. Gala survives. And the rest of anyone's legend are now floundering at the heels of IG as they are now in hot pursuit. Hope on the other side of this wall. He's just going to die to Timbers. The Timbers almost is going to kill him, but the Liege is burned. It ends the life of Hope. And IG will now catapult this momentum into a Baron take.
A rare mistake from Hope gets the kill onto him from the Tibbers burn with Malignance. And now the Baron, this could lead into the Dragon Soul. This could lead into IG pushing out these waves. God damn, you cannot deny that IG have the most entertaining games.
He is alive and survives the 1v1 momentarily against Shanks. IG now burst out the Cloud Soul, secure it for themselves.
50 Senna stacks. So she's getting a hell of a lot of crit and a hell of a lot of range at this point. Got to be super close here between these two teams. A teleport comes in from the Shy. It's contest for red buff.
Starting the fight onto Kyle. It's a knock-up, and Wei goes into the backline with the equalizer, but he's got a GA. They're trying to set up the hot pot combo. Kyle gets knocked up again. That's the first one to fall. Shanks and Hope are put onto the backline. Shanks is bursted by Rookie, and Gala is untouched.
That's
he
it.
Just gets the free fire, eliminating one after another. Hope the final survivor, but not even the shining Hope will push anyone's legend over the edge. IG find the ace at 41 minutes. Are going to push in the base for a series win.
A 2-0 over AL. 4-2 in their series score. IG continue to prove that they're a top team in the LPL.
Invictus Gaming living up to the super team mantle. It took all season, Alk, but we are finally seeing this team rise to that mantle.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.